Hello everyone, this video is going to cover Module 5. Module 5 is the illustration paragraph module. So this is your first major writing assignment in the class. You'll want to look back at Module 4 where you completed the brainstorm and writing plan and look for instructor comments on there so that you know whether or not the topic you've chosen and the plan that you have for your paragraph will work. So remember what we're working on here is a paragraph length writing assignment. So it's not a full essay. We're just working with a single paragraph where you have a topic sentence, a concluding sentence, and then example sentences that follow from the topic sentence in between. So you're really working with something very short here. However, keep in mind that it should take you a little while to write this. You want to write it toward the beginning of the week so that you have time to review it and maybe print it out, do some proofreading, maybe send it into the online writing lab if you want to, in order to make sure that the final product that you turn in is a good final draft. This is the first assignment where you will be graded with a rubric, which means it's worth more points. And I'm going to go through and make sure that you're meeting the criteria of the assignment, and you will be docked points for things like grammar, spelling, punctuation, format, all of that. So making sure that you have met all of the requirements is really important. So let me show you the module. Is pretty short because the only assignment in here is the paragraph itself. But I have linked the illustration paragraph assignment again. And just keep in mind that you have this example here for a outline and a final draft. So at this stage, some students like to take that plan that they did in the previous module and turn it into an outline so that you can see kind of what you would want to do in that and make sure that your thoughts are organized. Make sure that you're following all of these criteria here, which you're going to be graded on. So make sure that you are working with either your intended career path, or if you haven't chosen a career path, that you are writing about the qualities that make you the best employee to hire. So make sure that you have chosen an appropriate topic. Like I said, look back and make sure that comments from me based on your plan that you turned in for the previous module and everything is in order. So then you want to draft your paragraph. It might take you a little while. Like I said, I've got MLA format guidelines here. You're required to do this for all essays. This paragraph counts as a longer writing assignment, so it counts as an essay. So you need to use MLA here. And so the best way to do this is just to set that up right before you start typing. And there's a PDF here. This is a PDF that links to, it's not gonna let me open it. This is a PDF that links to something the Purdue OWL created, and it has all of the guidelines explained on there. If you are having trouble with your processing program, if you're using Google Docs or Word Online or something like that, send me an email. I can usually guide students, unless you're using a weird program like Pages. I don't really know anything about Pages, but it's something that we could probably Google. I might be able to find a YouTube video tutorial for you. So make sure that you let me know if you're having trouble with the MLA. It needs to be in Times New Roman font though. It needs to be double spaced. You need to have that header on there. So I also have linked in here the academic support page for Alan. Down at the bottom is where you'll see the link to the Writing Center. We have a tutor. If you're on the Iola campus, you can go in and see the tutors in person. Bruce Symes is our Writing Center coordinator, but you also have access to the online writing lab regardless of what campus you go to. And so this is the information for the online writing lab and then the form for the online writing lab. You will end up doing this as one of your assignments later on, but it's a good idea to kind of keep in mind that you have this resource, and it's a really great resource for students. And because it's a paragraph length assignment that you're working with, they usually will get back to you pretty quickly. So did you need 48 business hours to respond though? So you want to make sure, since this is due on a Sunday, they're not going to be looking at papers over the weekend. So make sure you send it in by Wednesday. You should get it back in time. So then this is the spot where you will actually submit your illustration paragraph. You'll click on Start Assignment, you'll upload your file. I have reminders to make sure you double check the criteria, make sure you're in MLA style. And then this is the rubric that I'm going to grade it with. And so when you're doing an assignment that's graded by a rubric, you want to make sure that you read through these excellence descriptions, because this is where you want your paper to fall. So excellent and proficient are going to be, if you want an A or a B, you want to make sure that you're falling within the excellent to proficient category. The competent novice, those are your C's, D's, and F's. And so if you're not meeting those kinds of requirements, then obviously your point value is going to be lower, and you won't be passing the essay. So making sure that your assignment matches the description in the rubric for what you want to score is really important. So that's the module. Definitely make sure that you let me know, especially at this point, whether you're struggling, if you're having any issues with anything. You can send me your rough draft of your paragraph before you submit it for a grade. That's not cheating, so you definitely can send it to me to see if you're doing everything correctly. Otherwise, hopefully you're doing well,